What's goody? What's goody? What's goody out there? It's the homie, main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Hey, man, what's up, man? It's Sunday night. I'm late to the party. Y'all must forgive me. But before we get the show underway, let's see what it sound like, huh? All right, we sounding good to go, man. I'm late, man. You know, I got a little tied up, man, with some loose ends I was tying up, man, dealing with some family issues in the background, but it's all out the way now. And I, as promised, was going to get up on here and give y'all a Sunday night talk. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking forward to this, man. Alex Cartier, what's up, fam? I hope y'all was all having a cool weekend, man. I hope the weekend was good for y'all. I know it's kind of late, so whoever riding with me tonight here on the East Coast, I really appreciate it. You did, you know what I mean? I know everybody got to be to work in the morning and you got things to do. So if you rolling with me, man, I much love and I appreciate it. And if not, when you catch it on the playback, much love to y'all too, man. Yeah, man, you know, been looking forward to all weekend to get up on here, man. I haven't released a video in about 2 days, so we got a lot to talk about, man. We definitely got a lot to talk about. So, and also before we get this someone underway, let me just go ahead and just share this in the main man, made man boxing forum. If I can just take a second to do that to just enlighten the folks who might just be up, man. I'm looking forward to tonight's show, bro. This is going to be history making shit that we talking about, son. Like we talking about some real history making stuff tonight, bro. My girl Claressa Shields versus Christina Hammer. We going to get all up into that, man. Real talk. Just give me a second right here, man. This is going to be fire. Yeah, man, it's going to be fire. Real shit. Just let me share this. Get the link up in here. Got to let the peoples know that when we live, I promised everybody in the boxing forum that whenever we go live, I will give them a proper heads up. Okay, so let's get it, man. Now, before we get on with the show, let's start off with some honorable mentions, some things that happened in the boxing world over the weekend. Looking forward to. Let's see what we got here. First on the list, Marcellus Wilder, the brother of heavyweight world champion Deontay Wilder, my main man to this day. You know what I mean? Marcellus Wilder, the brother of Deontay Wilder, is said to have failed a drug test, man. A drug test. They saying they don't know whether it's going to be PEDs or whether this is recreational drugs. It hasn't been came out yet, but they're ruling his last fight as a no contest. And on top of all of that, they're saying that this dude is suspended now, man. Damn, Shields missed weight. Oh no, if you serious? Claressa Shields missed weight. We gonna talk about it, bro. We gonna talk. I haven't heard. If anybody heard much more about that news, please put more about that in the comment section because we've shown up about to talk about that fight. Damn, I missed that one right there, bro. But yeah, man, Marcellus Wilder fails a drug test, man. You know what, man? See, Marcellus Wilder, this is the last thing he needed right here, man. This is the last thing he needed. Coming off losing a fight earlier on in his career, he's already riding on the his brother's last name. Let's keep it a buck. He riding off his brother's last name. This is the reason why we give him much airtime. This is the reason why we pay him attention. And now it's like, yo, you getting one leg up into this boxing game, and this is what's going on, bro. You need to take this shit serious. You would think after this dude got knocked out that he would take this thing serious. He ain't got time to be playing. After he got that second chance, people were still checking for him. He ain't fighting nobody that's top of the line. He fighting a bum. And you talking about, dude, this dude couldn't call for drug tests, man? Like, what you doing, bro? What is you doing, man? I don't know if it was weed. I don't know if it was what, man. Your brother is an ambassador. He has went up against opponents who have been known to take PEDs, like your Alexander Povekins, like your Luis Ortiz, a.k.a. blood pressure medicine or whatever the hell. Come on, man. You can't do this, bro. You can't throw no dark clouds like this over the Wilder name, bro. You got to understand when you do things like this, yeah, you are the brother of Deontay Wilder. Do you know how many folks out there are going to start saying, oh, well, if his brother is coming back dirty, that means Deontay must be dirty or something stupid like that. You hear me? Orlando Finney, what's up, family? It is definitely that time again, man. What's good with you, homie? What's up with you, man? Glad you riding with me, fam. It says, yeah, to put Wilder under a microscope. See what I'm saying? There it is right there. There it is right there. And with what Marcellus did, it has ramifications because you share that name Wilder. The name Wilder is too it's too, you know, it's elite in boxing right now. And you muddying it up, bruh. You dirtying it up, man. Realize this, man. This is crazy, man. When I first heard this news, man, I was just like, shook my damn head. Like, I can't believe what I'm hearing, man. You telling me Marcellus Wilder popping dirty? You serious? Are you serious? Man, this shit crazy, bro. So Marcellus Wilder, man, last fight will be ruled a no contest. Hopefully we hear more news about this in the coming days, man. This is just disappointing. But you know what? When I go online and I try to read more about this situation, I notice a lot of articles been taken down, man. What's up with that, man? I see a lot of YouTubers talking about it, and I see the news going around the boxing world. I got certain emails, and I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, where's the news on this? Like, why ain't nobody really speaking much on this? But it is what it is, man. All right, on to the next honorable mention, man. Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. is rumored to be linking up possibly with Virgil Hunter, though. And this got his trainer, Nate Vasquez, sitting back thinking like, what's going on? Last of a dying breed in the building. What's up, Holmes? What's good with you, man? But this got the trainer of Chris Eubank Jr. sitting back like, yo, I just guided you to a major victory over James DeGale, the best victory of your career. And you looked awesome. You looked awesome, cuz. Why are you trading me in? He's sitting back thinking to himself, why are you trading me in? It said that Chris Eubank Jr. is possibly looking to become more of a boxer and less of an aggressive style fighter. He actually wants to become a boxer. And Nate Vasquez, the trainer of Chris Eubank, don't think that's a good idea. He's saying, nah, he does not think that that's just not a good idea. Plus, you got to also factor in the fact that Virgil Hunter is not willing to leave California to do training. Virgil Hunter wants to conduct his training in California. So Nate Vasquez is like, bro, I'm rolling with you. I mean, you my pick. Like, wherever you go, I go. But in Virgil Hunter's case, that's not the case. According to Nate Vasquez, and I quote, Chris wants to be a boxer, but he needs a lot of work on his footwork. His style isn't meant to be a boxer like Roy Jones Jr. or Andre Ward. He says some styles can't change, and if he changed it, it wouldn't suit him. My main purpose was to work on his defense, his jab, and to get him to throw combos. You don't want to change anybody too much. Chris is a pressure fighter. And if you change him into a boxer, it won't go well for him, end quote. That's by Nate Vasquez. P. Newell, what's up, homie? What's up with you, fam? Let's talk boxing. You know it. You know it. But yo, man, Nate Vasquez is saying that, man, Chris Eubank, you going to Virgil Hunter and listening to Virgil Hunter, who says he does want to work more on the footwork of Chris Eubank Jr. He's saying, I don't think that's a good idea, man. Zebra can't change their stripes. You know what I'm saying? A zebra can't, if this is who you are and this is what you good at doing, if it's working for you, it didn't look good in the George Groves fight. You look like a damn dumbass in that fight, coming forward, flat-footed, just trying to do a brawl. But I will say, in that James DeGale fight, Slim, Chris Eubank Jr. looked out good. It's the best I've seen him look in years. I thought him and Nate Vasquez was working out good. Now, this is nothing official. And according to Chris Eubank Jr., he's saying that, look, man, like I'm just over here just taking a look. I'm just over here having a conversation. Maybe Virgil can give me some pointers, if you will. Nothing official has been said. But Nate Vasquez feel like his job is under fire. Like, yo, why are you over there even talking to this man? You disrespecting me out here. It's almost similar to like when Tyson Fury brought Freddie Roach into his corner when clearly he got this dude, Ben Davison, right here. And Ben Davison, him is working with them too. And it's almost insulting to your trainer until you got to explain, like, look, no. I'm not replacing you. I'm just trying to pick up something extra. If Chris Eubank wants to be, I don't know if he wants to become a boxer because he loves the when you listen to Chris Eubank talk, he always talking about power and, you know, how aggressive he is and what he can do. He likes that, bro. It's who he is. He loves the war. He loves the war. That's who Chris Eubank, if he got to go in there with headbutts or do whatever he got to do, he loves the war. And it's something that you just can't change. So I don't know, man. I mean, him trying to, I don't know if he want to get his footwork better or become this style of boxer, but ain't nothing wrong with adding a bit more tools to your already what you have in your arsenal. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Orlando Finney says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Eubanks need to keep doing what got him to where he is. Just keep tweaking his defense. Exactly. And that's what Nate Vasquez is saying, Mo. Nate Vasquez is saying, look, man, we got something. We got a foundation to build on right here. Like, we can stay right here where we at. We just going to work on your combination punching, and we're going to work on your defense. No need for you to go on there and try to beat Andre Ward. No need for you to go in there trying to be a razzle-dazzle boxer. That's not who you are, cousin. Who you are is Chris Eubank, aggression, power. You want everybody to see it. You want to keep pushing the action, keep pressing the action. When he pressed James DeGale the way he was doing, Slim, it was good. It was effective aggression. That's been Chris Eubank Jr.'s problem. He never gave effective aggression well enough. He will always lose his cool mentally and start doing dumb shit in the ring. So, you know, I'm with you, Orlando. I think if it ain't broke, bro, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. And the last bit of honorable mentions before we get to the meat and potatoes of this video, the last thing I want to say is Manny Pacquiao. It said that he is now getting down with Ryzen. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao, we heard news come out over the weekend from Floyd Mayweather Jr. He says, "Hey, man, I'm not coming back, man. Get it off your mind, bro. I'm not coming back. I'm just over here in the Philippines cooling, doing some business, man. You can play some basketball. We can do whatever we want to do, but I ain't coming back." He lets it be known, if you don't hear from me, if you don't hear it on Fight Hype, if you don't see it on my social media, even whatever my father talking about, because we know Floyd Sr. came out talking that talk a couple days ago. Don't listen to it. He like, man, if it ain't coming from me, if you don't see it on Fight Hype, the shit ain't legit. And so they saying that Manny Pacquiao now is going to try to, he's linking up with the Rising Boss, and they came over there. They got pictures out of them signing paperwork and things like this, saying that Manny Pacquiao in somehow, some way is going to be attached to the Rising 15. And Rising 15 is scheduled to air on April 21st. So, you know, that doesn't prohibit Manny Pacquiao from coming back and fighting in the summer if he's going to still do this whole big old, you know, pay-per-view with, you know, Keith Thurman or whoever is going to be his opponent, Danny Garcia or whoever it's going to be. This doesn't prohibit that. Last of a Dime Bree says, Manny, like, he don't need Spence to get him a bag all day. Hey, Manny, no ways to get bags, bro. Manny is like, look, I'm cashing in as much as I can. What can I do for you, Rising? You got tension? You got a little tension over there? Man, tell little tension, come holler at me. I need to get that bag up off him. Who else you got over there? I'm going to call the WWE next. It's going to be me versus John Cena next. You know what I mean? I don't know who he going to call out. You know what I'm saying? Manny all on bags. And so we, you know, I'm just glad to know that he participating in the Rising 15. That's the good thing about the whole deal, because that's in April. That's at the end of this month. So if he's still going to come back and give us the pay-per-view, you know, this would be good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Manny said, where McGregor at, huh? Alex Collier all day. Where McGregor at? Man, he want to get McGregor in the ring, man. Manny on that Kumite shit, just like Floyd is, if the bag is right. If the bag is right, Manny down. You know what I'm saying? Hands down. KTMPL says, Eubanks needs more than defense. I mean, I think he got a good foundation he building on with Nate Vasquez, though, man. I think he really got a good foundation. I think he need to keep on going in the direction he going. I mean, it's going to be, I think of course, he needs to learn to keep his composure better. I think that's another thing that he probably can use a little better. But other than that, what he got going is a decent foundation. He just got to build on it. No need to become somebody new. No need to become something you ain't. You know what I mean? But as for Manny, man, yeah, Manny going after the bag, though, man. Manny is going after the bag. He like Rising, what it do. You say April 21st, I can make that date. It's funny because if somebody offered Manny a fight on that day, gonna be like, I have senatorial duties. I can't do it. You know, I gotta go sign treaties. I gotta go sign, you know, I gotta go do things for the people. I can't, you know, no, I can't fight. I can't fight Earl Spence Jr. on April 21st. No, it's for the people. It's because of the people. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Orlando Finney says Pacquiao is a legend. He can do what he want to do and still get paid. True talk, you know, and that's a deal, man. When you've done what Pacquiao and Mayweather's done, well, love him or hate him. You know what I'm saying? Love him or hate him. When you've done what they've done in the sport of boxing, you've earned this right. You dig? If you got some suckers, some chumps out there that's gonna pay for anything you do, you know, if you can cash shit on him, you earned it right. Let's not forget how many divisions he went through. Let's not forget how many world titles he's held. Let's not forget the legendary names of fighters that he's already beat. He's 40 plus years old. So he can do what he want to do. You dig? And it is what it is, man. But, you know, I'm just glad, like I said before, man, it's not happening in the summertime. It's not coming down at a time where it can honestly affect a possible, if they're talking about doing a pay-per-view or whatever the case may be, because him versus Keith Thurman, if this is going to actually happen, I want to see it. Manny will earn my respect, win, lose, or draw, and I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Easy work. P. Newell says Eubank is nothing but a journeyman. Hey, he beat up broken ass James DeGale. You know what I'm saying? James DeGale was being held together by some band-aids, a scotch tape, and a little bit of Gorilla Glue. I don't deny that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he got the job done. I wasn't too big of a fan of him jumping in the World Boxing Super Series when George Groves was talking about he was hurt. I was glad that Groves did come back. He might have got his ass whooped, but I was glad he came back because I did not want to see Chris Eubank take that spot. But once again, he's building. If he's at a new starting point, stick with Vasquez, man. I think Vasquez is the way to go. All Virgil Hunter's going to do is maybe attempt to make him into a different fighter. And I don't think that's the right way to go. Virgil specializes with boxers, man. That's his deal. He likes to train boxers, not these aggressive, type fighters. That's Virgil's MO. Jamie Peralta says Thurman didn't do anything to fight Manny. Yeah, unified, bro. Beat the two best welterweights at the weight class at the division at the time. The only unified since welterweight, but he did nothing, Jamie, for real. Last of a Dying Breed says, you think Manny resume better than Floyd's? Wow, that's something we need to do a vid on, homie. You know what I mean? That's a good point. Good question. I mean, the difference between Manny and Floyd, and I don't want to get too far off this because this is Claressa Shields' video, but I will say the difference between Manny and Floyd is the fact that Manny is a guy that will get into the ring with a guy once, 2, 3 times. You know what I mean? In Marquez's case, 4 times? In Morales' case, 3 times? You know what I mean? He'll get in there. Timothy Bradley, how many times? He'll get in there a couple times if he have to. He's not scared to take the risk. That's the difference. And all the weight classes and all of the weight divisions that he processed to. I think Floyd's resume is good too, though, man. Not to mention Floyd at the age later on in his stage, the type of fighters that he was fighting. He was fighting some damn good fighters, bro. Some damn good fighters, man. Some damn good fighters. That was 4 years ago. Okay, well, who's outdone him since, Jamie? And we always go to this point that me and you, we've had this conversation a zillion and one times. Who has outdone him since, Holmes? That's all I'm saying. 92 says Floyd's resume is a little better. All right, I mean, that's granted, but I think what Manny has done, they gave Manny fighter of the decade. And the reason is it's not because he took losses, Mo. It's mainly because if he progressed through all of those weight classes, fought these fighters multiple times, never ran away from nobody when he was in his prime, with the exception of Terrence Bud Crawford. You dig? And that's the only one. You know what I mean? Rocket Strikes 89. What's up with you, man? What's goody? What's goody, fam? Yeah, man. So it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, P. Newell, I'm with you, homie. Let us progress on because I can talk about Manny and Floyd with y'all all night long. Y'all will keep them damn questions coming, man. Let us talk about whose video this is, and because they have earned the right, shout out to the queens of boxing, Miss Claressa Shields. Hopefully, hashtag GWOAT, you know what I'm saying, versus Christina Hammer going down at the end of this week. Yo, I seen somebody earlier put in my chat room, I need somebody to verify this because I'm on live right now. Did this girl miss weight? And if she did, I'm hoping she comes back and get it together. But let's just talk about the implications of what this fight means. Look, man, make no mistake about it. First off, let's deal with my homie Claressa Shields, my main girl. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about her for a second. People get in their feelings when she says she's the hashtag GWOAT, greatest woman of all time. Let me explain something to you. She is on that path. If you don't think she is that today, and we will get to the great Christina Hammer because she's done some good things in the sport too. But if you don't think that Claressa is on her way, or if you don't think she is today, think about it like this. This girl, okay, this girl only has 8 fights, and she is unified in 2 weight classes. I repeat, unified in 2 weight classes. She got her first championship belt with her 4th fight into professional boxing. Dig. When you think of that number, when you think of this, right? This girl has done something that men hasn't even done in the sport of boxing. What I mean by that, she went to the Olympics and won it once and came back 4 years later and won it again. The gold It has never been done by no man, no American woman or man boxer in the history of boxing since the day that the Queensberry rules were written. It has never happened, Captain. Never. Show some respect to this woman. This is why she does this. Now let's talk about it like this, man. I say she won her championship in her 4th professional fight, her first belt, right? It took Layla Ali, one of the greatest of all times in women's boxing. It took her 12 fights. You think about Ann Wolfe, top of the line woman boxer. It took her 10 fights. You think of Christy Martin, aka the hype job, in my opinion, 49 fights. And she's already experienced 2 losses by the time she got her first belt. But you got Claressa Shields with 4 fights in, and she gets a world title. Hashtag respect. Hashtag this is why she says she's the GOAT, unified in 2, super middleweight and middleweight. This is why she calls herself the GOAT. Last of a Dime Breeze says Shields is a Hall of Famer now. Shit, man. King Garita 615 says she is the GOAT. Oh my gosh. Winning it at the 2012 London Olympics Games. Done it what nobody else has done before. Let's not forget, and when she won that gold, that first gold in 2012, she was only 16 years old. 16 years old. That's amazing. 2016, she come back 4 years later, and she do it again. She do it again. Yo, that's what I'm talking about, quote. According to Claressa Shields, I got her quoted right here. I really want to read this. She says, and I quote, I want to break those barriers and erase those lines between women boxing and men's boxing. I want to be there when we get equal pay and we have the same opportunity as men to box. Women should get equal pay and equal TV time. And I hope by the end of my career, we're over that hump, end quote. See, that is very significant. This is what history is about right here. You got to have someone at the forefront leading the charge. This girl is now bringing boxing to the spotlight here in America. The spotlight. She is fighting in the era of Me Too and women's rights are being uplifted the way they are. You got to respect what this girl is doing. She is doing this for all women boxers. She wants equal pay, equal time. When she came out from the Olympics, guess what? She didn't have no endorsements. She didn't have nobody chase. Yet we got silver medalists. A la Shakur Stevenson. You think of Amir Khan. We got silver medalists that came out with plenty of endorsements, looking up with the big leagues, the whole 9. But this woman is a 2-time gold medalist. And she got none of that when she first came out. You hear me? Last of a Dime Bree says she sparred Spence. She got my respect. She want that. She want that. Orlando Finney says Claressa is all of that and then some. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All day. Yes, sir. P. Newell in the super chat. Thanks, family. Much love to you. I have never seen anybody and a woman do what she is doing. It is crazy. She unified in 2 classes, Holmes. 2 classes. 2 classes. Let's go on to Christina Hammer. Because I got respect for both of these women. I got major respect. And we'll get to the stylistic breakdown of who should win and all of that stuff. But in Christina Hammer's case, she won her first world title in her 8th fight. And this lady has been dominating women's boxing prior to Claressa Shields arriving for years. For at least the last, she's been involved in over 16 fights that involved the belt. She has been standing with a belt around her waist for the last almost 9 years, cousin. 9 years. Beating the who's who of boxing in middleweight, at super middleweight, at light middleweight. Yo, this girl ain't nothing but the truth, man. And here's the thing. She's also a history-making woman because she is the youngest WBO champion in history. Look that up. I repeat, the youngest WBO champion in history, bruh. She was the first German fighter to successfully defend a world title in the United States since Max Schmeling. Do y'all know who Max Schmeling is? We talking back in the Joe Louis days, cousin. You hear me, though? Jamie Peralta says Claressa is going to drop that German girl. If Aki says Shields need to be putting bum on sit to have similar endorsements like big dogs. I hope she get it, bruh. 92 says Hammer kind of hot. Yo, she good on business too. That's a shout out to Christina Hammer, because she also has like an online gambling thing, an online gambling casino. She gets major bread from that. She got her little endorsements from modeling and all that kind of shit. That's all good for her. That's all to her. She's broken history. She's been standing on top of women boxing for 9 years. She's undefeated. See, when we look back at some of the women of the past, they don't have accolades like this, man. But these two fighters bring into a fight. You don't have Layla Ali, as great as she was. And I got major respect for Layla. You don't have Ann Wolves and the Christy Martins of the world. You don't have them bring into a fight what these two women are bringing. And now here you got Claressa Shields, who at the middleweight division is holding what? The IBF? No, she's holding the she's holding the IBF and the WBA at middleweight. And then you got Christina Hammer holding the WBC and the WBO at middleweight. And they're going to link up and do a total undisputed match. Do y'all know when the last time we seen a woman's undisputed champion? This is groundbreaking right here, man. Groundbreaking. And both of these women are doing this. In Claressa's case, she ain't even got 10 fights yet, cuz. And she still got 2 more titles up at super middleweight. This is crazy, man. So I am a fan of both of these women, what they are bringing to this box. They have done things in their careers already at this point that can already be qualified for the Boxing Hall of Fame. They've done things in their career at this point that men hasn't even done. And yet they've gotten 15 times more spotlight. Real shit. Real shit. P. Newell says, wow, women boxing is doing big things that I never seen men do. That's what I'm talking about. And they ain't the ones that, you know, and the good thing about women, I guess it's easier for them to go up, down, weight, but they ain't the type that you let weight classes stop them from fighting the best fighters that's out there. They ain't that type. That's one of the things that we wish that Layla Ali back in the day would have did with Ann Wolf. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she never gave Ann Wolf that shot. But it's weight classes in women's boxing don't stop nothing. That's how it gets down with the women. Jamie Peralta says Claressa will drop Thurman easy if she spars Spence. Hey, just busting your balls. You wrong as hell, bro. She fuck around well, bro. She got that body work heavy. And see, we about to get into styles about this. And this is some things I am concerned about. And we'll talk about that. Cecilia Brack is only woman undisputed champ. Exactly. She's the only one. She's the only one. And she was beat. She was beat. Didn't Christina Hammer beat her? She was beat. Nelson Santos, what's up, fam? Salute to the #1 pound for pound stream chat in boxing. Much love, fam. What's up with you? Orlando Finney in the super chat. Thank you, family. These two female fighters have more heart than most male fighters. Hashtag truth. And that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. These two women right here don't let weight classes, they don't let no division stop them. And they have been having their eye on one another for a long time, bro. All day. All day they've been having they've been having their eyes on each other for a long time. Now let's talk stylistic, right? The thing is with Claressa Shields, she's aggressive, man. She's aggressive. Damu Brat, what's up, fam? What up? What up? What up? Slim, she's an aggressive style. She's an aggressive talker. She's very passionate. Her punches are crisp. She knows exactly the game plan. She's a studier of the sport. When you listen to this lady talk, she knows her boxing. She's seen too much of it. Her amateur career is very decorated. She's an Olympian. She knows her boxing. The only thing that concerns me with Claressa, and I'm going to be 100 with y'all, the #1 concern that I have with Claressa Shields, as good as she fights, and I know she's getting nothing but better, the older she gets, her punch placement is getting beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, facts is Claressa has 8 fights and only 2 knockouts. And though she talks powerful, though we partake her as such. Fred Thomas, what's up, fam? What's up with you? Salute, man. I wonder how real it really is. And this is the type of fight. Yeah, she's got those good victories that we've seen her fight in her last few fights. But it's just that Hannah Gabriel's fight was amazing to me. Amazing. She also has great technique as well. But a lot of people perceive her as the more powerful fighter. And I'm wondering, with 2 stoppages in 8 fights, which is still, she don't got that many fights. That's concerning to me. And I look over to Christina, and this girl is not no joke. She got major stoppages. What's some 20 major stoppages in her career. And she, everybody see her as the outboxer. She's the tall one. She's the long one. All Claressa got to do is get to the inside, man, and work her down low. Do you know how many fighters attempted to fight this girl like this? Do you know how many fighters attempt to be aggressive with Christina Hammer? And she's handled with that jab she got in her foot movement and that right hand she packing. Do you know how many fighters attempted to fight her this way? She's seen it all before. She's been seeing it for 9 years. But see, this is what people don't like to mention. Claressa not only is powerful, she sits on her punches a lot, and she does bring that ruckus, but she has very, very good technique. Her ability to put the combinations together is unlike anybody I'm seeing in women's boxing right now. P. Newell says that the hammer is the truth. No joke. Rocket Strike says if Claressa wants to stay at the top, and I believe she needs more power because competition could get stronger, especially if they get vicious new female boxers scratching the surface. Yeah, man. And this is concerning to me. But I do believe that she has very, very good technique. Like I said before, her ability to put together combinations is unlike anyone else I'm seeing in boxing. This girl, Christina Hammer, is 24-0 with 11 stoppages, bruh. 11 stoppages. It ain't just the jab. It's the fact that these females are trying to work their way to the inside and become aggressive with Christina Hammer. The only thing is she's tagging their ass with that jab. She's moving like Ali up in that joint. And then she putting big right hands on them. I mean, I'm seeing that, bruh. I'm seeing that. So what could Claressa do? Doesn't really matter. What's up, homie? Most men don't develop their power that quick. 8 fights. I agree. I agree with you 100%. I agree. But this is the same. The thing is that I'm listening to Claressa talk, and she's saying, of course, Hammer don't like it to the body. And Hammer don't really, if you have effective aggression, and you maybe even could rough her up a little bit. Let's go back to Christina Hammer versus what's the girl, Mathis. And remember the fight that was, come on, I believe Mathis beat her. If you go back and watch that fight, Mathis beat her, bruh. But of course, the refs try to say that the girl was hitting her on the back of the head, and those punches look like they was hitting her on the side of the ear, if you ask me. And it looked like, man, Christina got stopped in that fight. And if you go back and you look into the history of that fight, you'll see they changed that to they changed it to what, a no contest, right? Originally, they ruled that Christina won that fight. Nah, that was a no contest because the ref should not have stopped that fight for that reason. Not to mention throughout that entire fight, there were rabbit punches being thrown by Mathis, but they never deducted a point from her. And then once Christina goes down on that canvas, then you say, oh, no, I'm DQing you before a rabbit punch. You ain't even give her a warning or nothing. And Christina was doing major holding in that fight. Major holding. The question is, can she hold Claressa? This is a girl who's performed and is unified at super middleweight as well as middleweight. Maybe Claressa's power does come up for this fight. I hear you, homie. You don't get it in 8 fights. Even a lot of men don't get that. Maybe this is the fight that she finally steps into more power, and she needs it, though, and she's still young, but she needs it. Nelson Santos says, man, I haven't paid much attention to the ladies. Am I missing out? By the sounds of it, I need to take notice. Yes, sir. You need to take notice because this is history right here, bro. They're fighting for the total undisputed, all 4 belts, something we wish that the men would do. We can't even get the men to come for undisputed. Look how hard it is. It's like pulling teeth. And here you got the ladies about to do it, bro. Not to mention one of our own here in America, Miss Claressa Shields. And she's doing it with only 8 fights. She's unified in 2 weight classes. How many men can we say done that, bro? Of course, you need to be paying attention, Mo. I'm telling you. And these are 2 sharp fighting ladies. This is almost like the winner of that emerges from this, man, will be the face of women's boxing. Without a doubt, they will be the face of women's boxing. Now, as much as I like Claressa on all the things she's done in her amateur career, this is the opponent you have to beat to really put your foothold on boxing. And I believe that she can do it. And I believe that from a technique standpoint. And I believe that if she maybe gets to the inside and she uses the strategy working with John David Jackson, who's known for giving fighters good power, she can get to the inside and maybe cause some ruckus, but it ain't going to be easy, fam. It ain't going to be easy, man. It is not going to be easy, homie. Fred Thomas says, "A main man, who Hammer fighting though to have them knockouts?" What shit, man? Hammer got some good names under her belt, bro. We not going to sit here. You know, the Callie Reese fight was tough. She beat Callie Reese twice, man. That was tough for her, man. She didn't fight my girl Hannah Gabriels, man. I wish you would have got that fight, man. She has some good fights in her. If you go back and you know the significance of a lot of the fights that she did. The Tori Nelson fight was tough for her. Man, those were some good fighters. You know what I mean? And Tori Nelson was also beat, of course, by Claressa Shields as well. That's what it is in today's women boxing, man. Those were some tough opponents. And she's did it in multiple weight classes. It's not like she just stayed in one weight class like a Gennady Golovkin and just stood there. No, she went up and down in weight. Not to mention going to light middleweight and doing it. You did. I don't know, bro. I don't know. P. Newell says, "Hey, main man, thank you for the $5 super chat, family. Main man, we need more female boxers. Then this men fights will get real. No more turtleneck homos." Yeah, man. I agree, y'all. No more turtleneck homos. Hashtag no more turtleneck homos. Maybe they can learn a thing or two. But this is you know how it is in everything, man. Some women got to work twice as hard to get exactly the same recognition that a lot of men get. Well, here you are. It takes an undisputed fight of two of the top, if not the two top female boxers in the world, to get in the ring, to just get a little bit of recognition. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we need, as boxing, as we, cover the sport of boxing, we need to put this on a platform and exalt this fight for what it is, man. Real talk. Real talk. 92 says, Matty, yeah, man. Hey, they do the great boxers KO the bums early in their career. The bums, but who Claressa's been fighting is not really considered bums. You know what I mean? Like in her fourth fight, that was a championship fight. You know what I mean? Shields should move like Frazier and move on the inside. Shields will be the shorter fighter, and she can move on the inside. But one thing I don't want Shields to get into a thing about is being so sucked in and wanting to beat this girl because they got bad blood between each other. You see the all accesses. You see the fact that they supposed to fought last year, but they never fought. You see the fact that Claressa Shields doesn't like the fact that this girl tried to fight me when I first became a professional because she seen that I was green. There's a lot of bad blood between these two right here. And I don't want Claressa to get sucked into this mentally, trying to follow this girl around the ring, because I'm telling you, Christina has the ability to not only put the jab on you, but her footwork is solid. And she has the ability to lure a lot of these ladies into her traps. And they're eating all kinds of shots, man. And Claressa is too smart to fall into them type traps, I believe. I believe so. Nelson Santos says, hey, main man, if main man take notice, I will. Thank you, bro. I'm telling you, homie, look into this, man. You will not be disappointed. I am not steering you wrong with this one. This one is something that's going to be talked about for a long time. And not to mention, this can be the emerging of this. These can be the two women, one or the other, that can take women boxing to the next level and have more people paying more attention to it. These promoters, these networks. This is the one right here, Holmes. Real shit. Fred Thomas says that, main man, I don't know. I was just asking. Yeah, it's all good, Mo. It's all love, homie. Crane just make basketball. I just joined and all I hear is turtleneck homos. Hey, son, that's what we talk about over here, bro. Shit, yo, they come here. If that's what they are in the sport, that's what we calling them out. Turtleneck homos, you did. And there's certain fighters in there that act that way. And we will call them out. That's exactly what we call them, man. Real talk. Yo, turtlenecks go hard. Even The Rock used to win. Man, look, man. Nah. See, if we gonna get stuck on turtlenecks, you did. Some people can get away with them shits, but some people can't, man. Nah, man. Sometimes it just don't look right. Turtlenecks is a sign of, I'm just suave. I'm Colt 45. We don't need that in boxing. We need ruggedness. We need raw. You dig? Not, oh yeah, I'm just drinking this Colt 45 with my turtleneck. Nah, we don't need that in boxing, Holmes. Rocket Strike 89 says Hammer and her team are clever because they tried to get Shields when she was 17 just to break her spirit, but Shields wasn't going for that. I think Hammer got some evil in her blood. The thing is, and Hammer is very smart, man. And that's what Claressa Shields don't like. Claressa Shields don't like all the underhanded bullshit that she felt as though that Christina Hammer tried to pull. Danny Jacobs. And she don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that I'm very concerned about is her disdain for this girl. And I don't want her to get too caught up into the disdain that she starts to do with a lot of Christina Hammer's former opponents have done. And that's being sucked in, trying to get so much to the inside so hard where they getting tagged up by her jab and they not catching up with her. And Christina Hammer will attempt to try to hold like she did with the girl Mathis. See, when she fought that girl Mathis was very she was successful not only getting to the inside, but fighting rugged with her and fighting real rugged and dirty with her. And Christina didn't like that. Christina tried to constantly keep holding her, putting her head down, trying her best. But this girl was fighting on the inside, grabbing one arm while the other arm had to keep swinging. Christina is a veteran. She's been around the block. She knows all the tricks. And she knows how to get you mentally. I look at these all accesses and she's sitting back being all calm like she in the KGB or something like, yeah, you don't like me, And you know what really, really pissed me off? Claressa Shields said in the face-off that they did, like, yo, I'm gonna whoop your ass and bop, 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 bop. But after this, I hope we can still be friends. And that smug ass Christina Hammer going, oh no, we can't be friends. And I'm like, oh. And of course, that put Claressa back on her shit. That's mental games, homie. This lady is a veteran. This lady done been on top for too long. And I want Claressa to be mindful. Those other people you fought, they were some good fighters. You only got 8 fights in. And you fought some good fighters at super middleweight and at middleweight. But this girl right here, she's been on top for too long. She knows the tricks of the trade. She knows them. She shot, man. She shot, man. Doesn't really matter. Says 92. That power has to be developed, bro. Hopefully, main man is right. Her power arrives in this fight. Yes, I'm hoping so because she's going to need it, man. She's going to have to slow this girl down. But Claressa is going to have to get rugged with this girl, too. She's going to have to get rugged. And I think they are parts of the fight because Claressa is shot, man. Christina Hammer is a one-punch, flip that jab out, keep moving. If Claressa can use their head movement and put combinations together properly while coming forward, this can pose to be a problem for her. I ain't seen many of Christina Hammer's opponents coming forward and using combinations also. And this is something that Claressa is damn good at, man. She got real good hand speed, and she does have a good ass ability of putting together 3-punch combinations. I've been noticing that about a lot of her fights. Real talk, man. Nelson Santos says Daniel Jacobs all day. No turtleneck homos here in main man boxing at all. Y'all keep the turtlenecks. I don't want none of the 2019 turtlenecks. I don't want none of them shits. Oh, yeah, man, but Eddie Hearn be wearing them joints. Nah, man. You can see the activate all on his collar. I don't want none of that shit, y'all. Nah. Keep your turtlenecks, bro. We don't do turtlenecks over here, bro. 92 says that's 90s of Danny Jacobs' wardrobe. Yeah, Danny be sitting in that joint looking like he's the only thing he missing is a tee with the salsa under it. It's a little turtleneck, got a little briefcase, maybe a can of Coke 45 on the side. That's him, man. He be wilding, man. P. Noah says women boxing is getting big, and I will support. Hands down, main man boxing supports women's boxing. I support this fight. We should have been honestly talking about this. Claressa is she's God gifted, but on top of that, she's already history. She's already made history. I mean, she got 2 gold medals. We are the endorsements. We are the networks. Hit the like button for me, fam. Hit the like button for everybody that's sliding through. Hit the like button for me. But we are the endorsements. We is the big talk. Shout out to Showtime for giving them all accesses. I wish it was a little longer. They're giving them like 15-minute all accesses. Can we get a little longer? Can we take that up to 30 minutes? You know what I mean? Happy belated birthday to Claressa Shields too. She just had a birthday. I'm enjoying the all accesses with these 2 fighters. I'm really enjoying it. These are 2 history-making women. You got the youngest WBO champion in history. And on top of that, the first German fighter to defend a title on U.S. soil since Max Schmeling. And then you got a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. 2 women who won world titles before their 10 fights. Unified and coming together for undisputed. Shit, man. Get them some love. To these networks, show them some love, man. To the endorsements, where you at? I need to see them on some commercials, man. You know what I mean? I see Serena Williams and all of them. I need to see Claressa. I need to see Christina, for that matter. They earned the right. They both have. But I need to see Claressa, man. If Claressa win this fight, I best to be switching through the TV. And she better be doing like, I don't know, a Pepsi commercial or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, before I go and take a match, I sit back and drink a nice good old Pepsi. I better see something. And there better be some zeros on that check. Respect this woman, man. They doing some shit that these dudes ain't even out here doing, man. For real. Yeah, man. Fred Thomas says Shields is faster, and that will play a big part in her fight against Hammer. Yeah, that's what I mean. Her hand speed is way better, and she has the ability to put together combinations. That's something that's going to be a major X factor. As for Hammer, who's going to be expecting to be the mover, and listen to Claressa, she's saying that I'm expecting you to move. I'm expecting you to move. I know you don't like it downstairs. I'm expecting you to do all of it. I've been studying you. So she knows she's going to be the mover. This is what Hammer does well. She has a beautiful jab. And Claressa believes that that is the best punch that Hammer has. It's just a jab. I will just be mindful that not only does this girl have a jab, she got a solid right hand. And also her boxing IQ, because she's been on top for too long. She knows the tricks of the trade. Claressa needs to be mindful of such. See, I love her aggression. She reminds me of a young pretty boy Floyd. Remember how Floyd came in the game? He knew he could beat a lot of these cats. He knew it. He said it, man. I know I could. I even heard Floyd dumbass say, man, I knew when I sparred Sweet Pea. Man, I knew I held back on Sweet Pea, but I knew at a young age, he was a teenager, I could have took him. It seems to me like Claressa knows it. But I want her to remember, you can just be mindful, because she jumped out there like that with Hannah Gabriels. And Hannah Gabriels is a beautiful fighter. I love the way Hannah Gabriels fight. Claressa dominated her. But at the end of the day, she walked into that shot being too overly confident. And I want her to be mindful of that, because she's still a young fighter. You know what I mean? Rocky Strikes 89 says, man, I think you giving Hammer too much credit. Yeah, Hammer has been at the top for a while, but she has never fought anybody like Shields. She hasn't. I'd like Tori Nelson, but shit, look what Shields did to Tori Nelson. I agree with you, but yo, I got to give a woman credit for standing on top for 9 years, man. I got to. And then she's also been a champion in multiple classes. She's beat nothing but champions, fam. I feel you. Maybe that the era of women boxing, for what it was, didn't have a fighter like a Shields, but she's been there on top, dominate. It ain't many women that been doing that, whether they've been the best women in women's boxing or not. Christina has been constantly beating the top and locking down titles from light middleweight to middleweight to super middleweight. You know what I mean? But I agree with you, bro. She ain't seen an animal like Claressa. She ain't seen, but I don't believe Claressa, at least not as a professional, because Claressa says as an amateur, she's fought better fighters. But I believe as a professional, out of the people that Claressa has beaten, she ain't seen shit like this girl. But I believe Claressa gonna do it, man. I believe in that grit and that determination, man. I can feel it coming out of her pores, bro. I really can, man. And she made me a believer. The way she looks Christina in the eyes, the way she hungers for this girl, the way she hungers to destroy this girl, she makes me believe it. And I look at their styles and I say, well, this girl got hand speed. This girl got combination punching, but this girl got a jab. This girl can move, and this girl got boxing IQ. Claressa got good boxing IQ too. And she ain't running away from no confrontation. I don't know, Mo. It's gonna be something, bro. I'm expecting fireworks, man. I'm looking forward to this one right here, man. Astacano Cafecito says women boxing support, no doubt, all day, fam. All day. Support these ladies, man. Support Claressa Shields. If she gets the job done, I better see the commercials. I better see all the little women's commercials that they got. I don't care what commercial it is, man. Cut her the check, man. Cut her the check and make this girl an icon. Real shit. Jamie Peralta says, man, where are they fighting? They're fighting in Atlantic City, right? Atlantic City, man. It's going down. It's going down. P. Newell says, this is big. Let's support. Please, fight fans, let us support this, man. Real shit. Nelson Santos says that, man, I see that Hammer has a 1-inch height advantage and a 3-inch reach advantage. Does Hammer fight tall? She does fight tall. She does fight tall. That's her MO. That's the way she knows how to fight. She doesn't stay on the inside long enough to want to battle you on the inside, but she will give you a shot on the inside and get out. But that, to me, the disadvantage of her is on the inside. But many of fighters in the past have tried to get inside to Hammer, but she's too good at moving, and she's too good at flicking her jab out there 2, 3, 4 times. She fights tall. She's not a Robert Easter Jr., fam. She's not a Robert Easter Jr. P. New in the super chat again. Homie, you showing love. You my main man. This is sad that the women is better than the men boxing. Women now go all out. They do. They do. And that's what I'm saying, P. New. It's sad that we at a point where we have a major unification, undisputed fight. And they doing all of this. If this was going down in men's boxing, this would be all the talk. When Terrence Crawford fought Julius Indongo, it was ringing all kind of bells. You know what I mean? Here you got two women that have done great things, and they're undergoing for undisputed, and we hearing peeps. Thank God for YouTube. Thank God for fight fans like myself and others that are hyping this thing up. Thank goodness for Showtime for investing into this fight. This is what women boxing needs. And let's not forget that Claressa Shields was the last fight on HBO before they went out of business, man. Real shit. Fred Thomas says Shields has great footwork on the inside and her body work is amazing. True shit. The question is, how good is her power? And this is something that we were just talking about a little earlier is, you know, though she has 8 fights and she only got 2 stoppages, she's still dominated everybody else from a technical standpoint. But, you know, it's still, the question remains is, you know, with 2 stoppages, and we're expecting for her to get better, you know, as she gets older and have more professional fights. But will this be the fight that she come up with? Or is her power good enough, honestly, to affect Hammer? Because sometimes you don't actually got to have knockout power. It can be chip away power. You know what I mean? I don't believe a lot of male fighters that we falsely give the badge of having power to. They're just better chip away fighters. Like my main man, Jared Swift heard, hashtag the real champ, hashtag 154, hashtag storm coming, hashtag May 11th, and I'm in the building. Like even with Jared, like Jared's power is not like one shot power. It's chip away power. Round after round after round until you gone. Same way with Earl Spence Jr. Chip away power. Round after round after round, and then you gone. You know what I mean? So even with Claressa, that can just be getting better. The way she fights, and she stands on a lot of her punches. She just doesn't seem to get a lot of people out of there. You take the Hannah Gabriel's fight, for example. When she fought Hannah Gabriel's, Hannah was moving, constantly moving, constantly moving, constantly moving. Claressa was a little wild in that fight. She was swinging pretty damn wild, pretty damn wide, and she was missing a lot of shots. She wasn't composed. And see, that's what scares me about Claressa. The composure. She's going to need that against a lady who's been on the top of the boxing female world for 9 years. You're going to need composure. You're going to need the ability to place your punches correctly and stay focused for the entire fight. She ain't, I mean, like I was just telling, she's not fighting her normal opponent. She is fighting a dominant champion. And I repeat, dominant champion, because she can't be knocked off. No one has knocked her off. People say who she fought, bruh. She fought a couple of the same fighters that Claressa has fought. Nah, man. This girl ain't no joke, man. I do not sleep on Christina Hammer. I'm sorry, fam. Yes, sir. Cut the check for the women all day, P. New. Orlando, will this fight be a pay-per-view fight? Nah, it's on regular Showtime, fam. Regular Showtime. You know they're not going to do that for the ladies just yet. But this can be the type of fight that open doors for future pay-per-view fights of these girls all day. Doesn't really matter, says the ref can kill Shields inside game. The ref can kill Shields inside game. The same way that they try to do with Mathis. Now, Shields got to understand if she makes it to the inside and starts to kicking and screaming, throwing them punches right, there's a chance that this girl, Christina Hammer, will pull veteran tactics like holding, like putting your head down. And this will confuse Claressa, because Claressa is short fused. We seen it against Hannah Gabriel's. She was so busy on trying to get her out of there. She was swinging a little too wild. Now, she said in recent interviews that she has learned to keep her composure more. And we've seen in her last fight, she's taking that breath. She's calming down. She's okay. Let me relax and let me just beat this girl. And if she go out, she go out. If I stop her, I stop her. We've seen it too many times, fight fans. It don't work when you go in there intentionally trying to knock somebody out. And you're trying to please the crowd, and you're trying to get them endorsements so bad that you want to stop this person. We've seen it don't work. A la Jamel Charlo. Anybody seen him lately? That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. but Claressa has a great team. She does. And like I said, she rolling with John David Jackson now. So, you know, John David Jackson is known as a power dude. You know what I mean? He's known as a guy that gives his fighters good power. And it's a good choice for her. You know what I mean? So we'll see how this relationship blossoms between her and John David Jackson. But clearly she is aiming to hit harder. She's aiming for that. You know, so you don't bring on John David Jackson because you like the way his haircut is. You did. You don't do that. You bring on John David Jackson because this man knows how to teach his fighters how to have proper power. Claressa wants that power all day. All day. Orlando Fanny fam. Much love, homie. Much love. This is going to be a great fight. Both women are young in the super chat. Both women are young, hungry, and in their prime. These are the moments that us true boxing fans live for, whether they're men or women. You did. I remember growing up looking at the Layla Ali and Christy Martin fight. Christy Martin was the hype job of the day. She was a hype job. And if you go back as a grown man now, that can go back and look this thing up. As a kid, I didn't understand that. But now I say, oh, yeah, she was a hype job. They were hyping her as the next female Tyson. And Layla Ali dealt with her. You hear me? Smoked her ass. And this is that. Those are the moments that women boxing are built on. And this is going to be one of them, bruh. This is going to be one of them, fam. It's going to be one, man. I'm loving it right now, bruh. I'm loving it, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to make sure I got to handle anything I got to handle on that day because I'm not missing this fight. And you shouldn't either. Man ain't going to guide you wrong. This is the fight that you want to see when it comes to the ladies. Rocket Strikes 89 says, you know damn well Charlo over there on Geraldine beating his feet with full bontons. Oh, them wet ones. Hey, somebody go get Charlo a call, man. What's up with him and Harrison, man? They fell dead on me, man. Like, I don't know. Is they going to do this or what, man? I'm hearing all this talk. I ain't seeing nothing official. Man, Charlo, man, they say them, man. I heard he beat that case. Shout out to Jamel Charlo for beating that little assault case. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But yeah, man. Wow, boy, Rocket Strike. Yeah, man. This is good for women boxing, and not only just good for women boxing, because when you see something as monumental as this, we got to just drop the word women and just say boxing. Because when we talk about the fellas, we don't say men's boxing. We say boxing. This ain't the amateurs. This ain't the Olympics. These are the professionals. This is good for boxing. This is good for boxing. And for Claressa Shields, who can be a pioneer for women's boxing, like this, to open all the doors. This is nothing but good. This is nothing but good. This is nothing but good. Doesn't really matter. His word is they do not like Shields. They say that the hate is real, man. True or false? The hate is definitely real. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you all of you chumps out there something about this system, man. She's fine. She's a gorgeous woman, and all day, you hear me? All day she get, man. Claressa, yeah. Y'all need to stop going on this woman's social media saying what y'all saying, because no damn well none of y'all chumps out there was said to her face. The hate is definitely real. They don't like her aggression. She's saying, oh, they telling me I got to be more classy. I got to be this and I got to be that. Yo, I am who I am. It's rugged. It's raw. You can't contain who you are. You know what I mean? I ain't hear nobody say this about Ann Wolf. Yo, like, this is who Claressa is. They don't like she speak her mind. They don't like that she talk about these fighters to their face. She don't go to social media. She don't go to interviews. She said right to their face, and she keeps saying it. They don't like that. She making them uncomfortable. Well, guess what? She might be an icon one day. You better respect this woman. You better respect this woman, because us true boxing fans and these true boxing platforms, we gonna lift her up. Non-stop. I heard her on her interview. She was like, yeah, they tell me, man, I gotta be, man, she tried to be nice to this girl. You see what it got her? When she said, well, after this is over, I hope we can be friends. She told that to Christina Hammer. And Christina Hammer looked at her like, friends? No. No. We can't be friends. Putting her out there on Front Street. Man, I was pissed off when I seen. I'm like, what is she talking about? I mean, like, Christina Hammer got real smug. Oh, you said this and you said that about me, and now you want to be friends? No, we need to be friends. Yo, this is business. Claressa actually respects Christina Hammer on the Lowski. Claressa said it herself. When I became a professional, I knew the day would come when I would have to fight Christina Hammer. I knew the day would come. She knew this moment was coming. She thought it was going to come even sooner. And for her to say, I thought this moment would come sooner when she only got 8 fights. 8 fights, man. To say, oh, I knew this moment would come, and you got 8 fights. That speaks volumes about Claressa. For them to target her as a youngster, to want to fight her as a youngster because they knew what this girl gonna grow into. That speaks volumes about Claressa. This girl gonna be an icon, man. And it starts now. If she ain't already done enough to satisfy you haters out there, it starts now. If she when she wipe out this girl, everybody gonna be sitting back like, oh well, damn. I didn't know it was like that, baby girl. God damn. This girl just straight up went in there and gave her that work. I'm expecting it, man. P. Noah says you're right. Not women, but boxing. It is good, but women will go all out. They go all out, man. And I love that. They don't let weight classes and all that shit block them. They just want each other. You know, women, man, they emotional creatures. They aggressive, bruh. It ain't all about, oh, you hiding behind this and you. That's what pisses Claressa off. Because, of course, once again, they supposed to fought a couple times last year. Medical issues or whatever the case may be held, Christina out of the fight. She posted a photo on the undercard of Claressa Shields. She didn't like that notion. This girl is the chosen one. She is the chosen one. She is the one. Since the day, everybody in my chat room know the name Layla Ali. And you probably can't tell me about one female boxer ever since. Well, this is the next one. This is the next one right here. Right here. Shields is beautiful, period. Point blank. All day, Fred Thomas. Gorgeous woman. Gorgeous woman. Gorgeous woman. That sister fine as hell, man. Man, look, man. I don't tolerate no bad talk about Claressa Shields on this channel. We're going to let that be known. I respect this girl. This girl is in the history books of boxing. I respect true fighters, and y'all know that. Y'all been rocking with me. You know I respect fighters. And this girl ain't nothing short of a fighter. 2-time gold medalist. Are you serious? Unified in 2 weight classes with 8 fights. Are you serious? Man, show some respect to this girl, man. Hit the like button for me, fam. Hit the like button. Whether you're fam or whether you're sliding through, just hit the like button for me. Come on, man. I mean, it's really sickening to see how a lot of people honestly are responding to her aggressiveness. This is not modeling. This is not a swimsuit competition. This is boxing. This is fighting. She is supposed to be raw. She's supposed to be rugged. She is hungry, for crying out loud. Have you ever been hungry? Huh? You ain't ate all day long. You know what I mean? It's 11 o'clock at night. You ain't ate since, that little donut you didn't ate for breakfast. You starving. You ain't got nothing to say to nobody. You ain't got nothing nice to say to nobody. You hungry. Hey, yo, homie, what's up with you, man? Come holler at me. Nah, I ain't got nothing to talk to you right now, bro. I'm starving right now, for real. Then you walking down the street and you see a cat with a big-ass steak and cheese and shit, and he wearing a turtleneck. So you looking at this dude like, I should go take his steak and cheese. I'm going to take that steak and cheese up off that turtleneck wearing punk. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I'm about to bring that noise to him. He wants to take his steak and cheese. Man, fuck that. You left your wallet at home. I'm going to take it. You got a turtleneck on too? Shit. That's what she looking like right now. So respect this girl. So stop all this. Oh, she got to be classy. She's got to walk with a book on her head. You know what I'm saying? She got to know the salad fork from the steak fork and that ain't her. That ain't her. And I love that shit. And this is the shit that got her to the level where she had 8 fights. This is what's working for her. And if all she needs is this proper dance partner with the fact of saying she stopped a champion that ruled over women's boxing for 9 years. And in Hammer's case, because though I rock with Claressa, don't get me wrong, but even in Christina Hammer's case, this is what she needs to solidify her legacy as well. And I just got to keep going back to it. What does that say when you are a top-notch champion, dominant champion in Christina Hammer's case, and the thing that you need to really solidify your legacy is the win over a fighter that has 8 fights? God damn. Damn. Facts, King. All day, Fred Thomas. This is boxing talk. Fuck everything else. Yeah, man. Oh, this is boxing. Fuck everything else all day. Doesn't really matter. Says Shields will lose with the wrong ref. We will witness female racism. Hey, man. Hey, bruh. They can't do that. I'm going to tell you right now. We ain't going for that same shit that they did to Mathis. Because they did that girl wrong. I thought she stopped Christina Hammer. And I like Christina Hammer. But Christina Hammer, man, was on some... Those punches was landing on the side of the... They landed on the side of her head, man. They did on her ear. She did not hit that girl in the back of the head. Now, I'm not going to say that during that fight, she never hit her in the back of the head. But let's not discount Christina Hammer wasn't penalized 1 point for holding. She wasn't penalized 1 point for like holding the girl head down. None of that shit. And not to mention the ref never gave Mathis one warning. This is why they overturned it. This is why the WBO had to look in there and say, okay, we cool with the no contest. The commissions that were over in Germany, the different commissions looked at this thing and they say, you know what? Through all the complaints that we getting, okay, fine. We'll overturn it and take the victory away from her and give her a no contest. They was trying to steal that fight from that girl. Mathis still wasn't happy with it. She feels to this day she beat her, man. And they better not do the same thing to Claressa. No, we gonna raise all kinds of hell up in this bitch. We ain't going like that, son. We ain't going like that. We ain't going there. Let the main man turtleneck around here, and the women don't deal with turtleneck men. Nah, man. Beta dudes, bro. I don't deal with no turtleneck men, man. Yeah, well, hello. My name is William P. Mumford, and I love turtlenecks. My cousin is Daniel Jacobs. Nah, they don't do that, bro. We don't get down like that. But at the end of the day, man, like I said before, respect this fight for everybody who's paying attention. Claressa Shields versus Christina Hammer, two history-making women right here that's coming together, giving us a great fight this coming weekend. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going down on Showtime. Support this fight. If you're in the area, if you're in the New Jersey area, New York area, man, go to the fight, man. Support the ladies, man. You know what I mean? If you ain't doing much and y'all down to see a good-ass fight, dog, this is going to probably be a better fight than most of the men fights we watch. I mean, the mismatches we sat here and watch. Y'all can sit back and watch Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Bronner, but you don't want to look at Christina Hammer versus Claressa Shields. The witnessing of an icon, the making of an icon, history-making fight. Two women that's already done groundbreaking things in the sport of boxing. You don't want to watch that, though. These are not just two women that's going to get in the ring and swing all crazy. Like two women on the street fight. No, these are two calculated, very highly trained, highly decorated women that have done tremendous things in the sport of boxing, and they deserve our undivided attention. I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. So with that being said, it's time to shut it down, fight fans. Much love to everybody that slid through for the night show, man. I will be back here Wednesday. We do it every Wednesday, every Sunday. Tonight, y'all, I was a little late. I'm dealing with some shit, so I was a little tied up. I was a little late tonight, but we will get on much earlier on Wednesday night. A lot more other things to talk about in the sport of boxing. Be on the lookout for some of the vids I'm going to release tomorrow, as well as Tuesday, man. We got a lot to cover on the video front. And so, man, yeah, man, we doing good, man. I appreciate everyone's participation. Much love to each and every one of y'all. P. Newell, Rocket Strike 89, Nelson Santos, Ip Aki, does it really matter? My main man, Orlando Finney, in the building. Each and every one of y'all that showed up. Jamie Peralta, man, what's up with you? Escano, Cafacito, everybody that showed up for me. 92, much love to y'all, man. I know it's late. I know y'all got to go to work in the morning. Much love for rocking with the homie main man, made man, and look forward to a hell of a fight. And I see y'all Wednesday night. And until the next video, main man, made man. Peace out.